In his new movie, actor Jake Gyllenhaal portrays a U.S. soldier who heads back into the field to save his former interpreter from the Taliban. The A-lister talked to Military Times' Sarah Sicard recently about the movie and about the role. Here's part of their conversation.
Just wanted to start by asking, what initially drew you to these characters?
I mean, it was an easy. How can you say no to Guy Ritchie and working with Jake Gyllenhaal? So it was. I would have, done any work with these guys. But then on top of that, as a bonus, you get to do a very special movie about a very important topic, and done in an unsentimental way about these heroes that we have on the ground in Afghanistan and in Iraq, from both sides, with unlikely friendships. Get two guys from different cultures who choose to do the right thing. It's an honorable story. It's an important story, and so I was drawn to it like on all levels.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I've wanted to work with Guy. I've known Guy for many years now. I've always wanted to work with him. And when he brought this story, I was surprised because it's unlike a Guy Ritchie movie that we've come to know, But I was so moved because it didn't feel political to me. It felt, it was a parable. It was an action movie, an action parable, we kind of like to say, because it was about doing good reluctantly. I think selfless service is an idea that is really interesting because in the end, it's about action. It's not about saying to yourself, oh, how do I necessarily feel about this? I love that they're two characters who don't like each other very much, but they do it out of a duty, They do it out of the sense of goodness is inside of us, And as Americans, I think we are made of heroes, this country, and reluctant heroes a lot of times. And that's the fabric of who we are, and it's what the movie felt to me, and it made me proud when I read it, and then now watching it, it makes me proud to be an American.
You still don't remember a thing?
I don't remember any of it.
I only remember the interpreter.
Did you guys get the chance to work with any military service members or interpreters in particular in the filming of the movie?
Oh yeah. I mean, in the preparation, I spoke to a lot of veterans back home and interpreters, and also on set we had some very skilled special op guys, advisors who worked mostly with Jake because he had to be the one doing those things right, and we had an Afghani interpreter on set as well.
Yeah, I mean, my good friend is a Marine, and he fought in Fallujah, many other places. His interpreter, he will say, because he's told me I can't say it, he owes his life to him. He brought his interpreter's daughters over to the States, and my friend is now the head of emergency services in New York City, and his daughters are devoted to the city of New York as a result of his connection to them and what they've done. And I think I think that it's a history for me of, I've made a number of movies at this point where I've either played someone in the military or has had military background, and the advisors have changed my life. It's now been over a decade since I made this movie Jarhead, but since then I made a movie called End of Watch where I played ex-military, and have had some of the most incredible technical advisors around showing me what to do. And on this one, we had the same. Two incredible special ops guys, big hearts, super humble, good dudes who they're in the movie too. They both act in the movie. Not bad actors either. And they were with us all the time. And I was updating, my tactical, my weapons handling, all that stuff was updated by them. They'd be like, we did that 5 years ago. We don't do that anymore. And it was great. It was really great fun. And what they did was bring all of us together, particularly as a unit, all those guys bringing, 6-8 actors together to try and do this. They were the heart of making us a team. And that was really what we learned. And that's what I've learned from most of the military advisors that I've worked with. Outside of all the details, it's been that. It's been, we're together, we're a team, we're devoted to each other. And it just makes movie making so much better.
Fantastic. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to chat with us.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.